Okay, hello everyone. My name is Sarah, and today I wanted to talk about this book that I recently finished. The Crescent City, the House of Earth and Blood, also known as the Crescent City by Sarah J.Mass. Yeah, uh, I normally don't read romance, and like at all. I don't like it in the young adult kind of genres books. Am I crooked a little bit? Let me fix it better. Yeah, but I made an exception since one of my friends wanted us to read this book together. So I accepted, and I read the Crescent City. Actually, I listened to the audiobook. The audiobook was very fine. And I liked the story. I had a couple of problems with it. We're going to talk about them during the review. Yeah. First, let me tell you an overall review of the book, of the story. This is a world. Like, one of the genres is urban fantasy. Yeah. And for those who don't know, urban fantasy is a fantasy that happens in our world. It's like that. It's like in a modern world where people have phones, cars, and like they use the internet, they use computers, they go to work like normal people. But there are also like vampires, werewolves, fae, things like that. They exist, they coexist, usually sometimes with the humans. This is such world, the Crescent City. This is the a city called the Lunathian, I think. Yeah, it has all these parts, different parts. One part is for the werewolves. One part the fairies live there. One part belongs this the territory of humans, the territory of witches. They all live in peace, somewhat in peace. They are also there are angels. Yeah, and some creatures, some of these species hold the power, like the angels, the archangels. They make other people work for them. They have slaves even in this world. Yeah. And our main character, Bryce, is a half human, half fae, a girl who lives, I think, in the human court, like that, the human part of the city. But her father is the fake king. No one knows. Yeah, I think I spelled something, but no problem. It's not very important. uh, During this part, it's not very important. And yeah, the whole story is about Bryce searching for actually seeking revenge on her friend's murderer. Yeah, murder happens. People get hurt. There are mysterious things that we don't know about, and Bryce is searching for her friend's murderer. During this, the book is consisted of 4 parts. The first part is the conflict. She has so many conflicts: internal conflicts, external conflicts with her biological father, with her half brother, with her boss, with the mother of her past friend. Yeah, I mean, dead friend. Yeah, everyone just, I don't know. She has so many enemies that they don't accept her. They have so much um, bias against her, and yeah, because she's half fae, half human, she's not accepted in each world. And yeah. So that's the main conflict, and she's searching for the murderer and facing all these people wanting to hurt her, and they not accept her. Also, she's she's feeling so guilty about losing her friend, because at the time that her friend was being murdered, she was at a party, so she's feeling very guilty. And some of the attacks at her is because of that. They call her a slut, stuff like that. And also, one thing about this book is that it is not young adult, it is adult, and adult fantasy, and it has so much language, swearing, too much swearing for at least my taste. And it has sexual scenes like in every chapter. But yeah, the whole story, the world building is very good. Actually, the first book, which is this Earth, the House of Earth and Blood, is a little bit slow because of the world building, because of the characters. We wanna get introduced to the different characters, to the different species. So it's a little bit slow, but it's not fun. It is fun. Yeah, and the moment I finished it, I felt like I'm gonna miss these characters, because honestly, I'm not gonna continue with the books, especially since I have to read another series by Sarah J.Mass to understand the second book and the third book, and I don't know if there's a fourth book. Yeah, but I'm not gonna read that. Yeah. So that's the world, that's the conflict, the climax of the story, the things, the moment that it got really interesting, it was by the end of the second part. The characters were very cool. Bryce was this strong, independent girl who didn't want to be weak in front of guys, especially guys, and she calls them alpha holes. Boys call guys who act so strongly and macho. She doesn't like them, so she wants to be independent and strong. She is actually. And the theme of the love line of the story is a little bit cliche by my taste, at least. Is that the strong girl falls in love with the macho, quiet, brooding guy. I didn't like that. I liked the romance, I liked the characters, but I wasn't a fan of this cliche part. Not at all. Hunt, actually, the macho quiet guy, is his name's Hunt. He's an angel, and he has been a part of a revolution long time ago. Now he's the slave for the archangel Micah. I can't remember. Oh my god, I listened to the audio and I can't remember the correct pronunciation of the name. But one of these, this is the archangel, and Hunt he's a slave, kind of a slave, and he has this part was interesting, that the archangel has told him that if you kill like this many people, the people that I say, normally bad guys like smugglers, stuff like that, if you kill as many people as you had killed during that revolution, that was the failed revolution, I will free you, I will set you free. Yeah, and he's counting the kills. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so that's the love line, that's the love part of the story. And the characters, the main characters, there are some cute characters that I really loved, like Lahaba. It's like a Tinkerbell kind of a character that is Bryce's co-worker somehow. Bryce works for this witch, yeah, who collects what was that? Collects like pricey things that she then sells. Yeah, like that. Bryce works for her, works for a witch, not a bitch. And Lahawa is her co-worker. She also has this cute pet like dog. I always imagined him like he's a chimera. I don't know if you know it, but it's like a dog. It's like a dog. It's like an animal. His name is Syrinx. He's so cute. Lahaba is so cute. Two of my favorite characters. And we have other characters. We have Ron, Bryce's brother, half brother, Faye, half brother from the Faye side, the Prince of Faye. We have Bryce's friend Danica, who's a werewolf, and she has this pack of devils. Yeah, pack of devils. This is the pack of the werewolves. And she also has another friend called Juniper, who's a fawn, like a deer kind of a character. Yeah. And these mere people, there are also mere people who live like mermaids and mere men, I think. Therion is one of the characters who's a merman, mermaid, male mermaid. Yeah. Yeah, Jessica is Bryce's boss. Is a witch. She's a witch. I really wanted to know more about witches and vampires part of the story, like demons, witches, and vampires. This I'm so curious for. I would read that book, but I'm not interested in angels. They are like a bunch of assholes, or as the book says, alpha holes. I hate them, and I don't like the Fae. I have read a lot about the Fae, but I really love the witches part of this part of the city. Yeah, I hope one day maybe I'm gonna read a book by Sarah J.Mass about that part of the story. Yeah. So I said that there were a couple of things I didn't really fancy, didn't really like about the book. One of them was the language, the excessive swearing, and sexual scenes, were a little bit too much, too corny, too cheesy for me. The dialogues are cringy. I don't like those, but I was rooting for the romance. I'm a favor of the romance. I'm a fan of romance, no problem. Another part was that Bryce was so sad, so depressed most of the time because of her friend's loss, and she was so traumatized. I usually protect myself from such situations, so I don't understand her very well. I didn't understand her. I didn't get that. I felt so sad for her. It was hard for me to sympathize, but other than that, it was good. And she has too much guilt. I think too much guilt. Um, yeah, I told you about my favorite characters. The book, what makes the book unique, one of the things that make it unique is that Sarah J. Maas makes a mess of things completely. You don't know how she's going to put all of these shredded pieces of a story together, but she somehow manages. And that's fine. I like that. It was really cool. The resolution part was so long. The third and fourth part of the book was so long, but interesting. It wasn't boring at all. The writing system, the magic systems were wonderful, and I think it was the first book for a good series, probably a trilogy. But another thing that I didn't like is that there were so many bad guys. I'm not gonna name them because I'm gonna spoil, I think. So I'm not naming them, but I hated them from the bottom of my heart. I wanted them to suffer more. I didn't want them to die just that easily, just with one blow, and he didn't. They didn't even feel anything. They were dead. I didn't like that. They were too bad to be killed that easily. So that was one of my problems. I would make them suffer. I knew how to make them suffer. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. I think I explained what I felt about the Crescent City. It's a fun book if you are interested in werewolves, power, love, death, relationships, romance especially, pick it up, is for you. uh, one more thing is that for the fans of this kind of urban fantasy kind of a book kind of books, I recommend you read the series of Anita Blake, the vampire hunter, the vampire, the necromancer, vampire, I don't know. No, she wasn't the vampire hunter, but Anita Blake series, yeah, by Laurel K. Hamilton. It's much like this book, but of course it's funnier. It has more actually sexual scenes, but it's more adult, I think. But the, there are some similarities both in the strong characters, the love lines, the quiet, brooding, cool guys. If you like those kind of themes, pick Anita Blake up to. It's very good for the fans of Sarah J. Mass. I can recommend that book. So I have fun. Thank you. It was a long time since my last video, so I was a bit, messy, during the review. But thank you for watching till here. See you next time.